feels like you're too far over that way. Looks like I'm like a floating head with this.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about board games and board gamey things. It's been a while since I did that.
No, it wasn't. That was literally like the last video.
It's been a long time. I needed to do it one time.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
board gamey things.
Exactly.
Did you look at me to see if I was going to interrupt you?
Yes, because you always do it.
Hope you had wonderful holidays.
Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday and that you got everything you ever dreamed of and more. We are here today to do our 2022 board game resolutions, like New Year resolutions, but board games.
And thank you to Kyle for the suggestion for the content of this video.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yes, we threw it out to our Patreons and that's what came back. So thank you for that. Basically what we're doing today is just talking about what some of our resolutions are for 2022 in terms of board games, maybe a little bit about the channel.
Yeah, we have a few announcements up front I think we need to get through.
Announcements. All that good stuff.
But yeah, mine are less channel specific and more board game specific.
Most of mine are too, yeah. What would you like to start with, Jeopardy?
Well, first I think we start with the giveaway.
A giveaway, you say?
A giveaway.
What?
Shocking.
Shocking.
Look at this one coming out from left field.
So we do have a giveaway, just kind of like an end of the year thank you for sticking with us through 2021 and hopefully following us into 2022. Our giveaway today is going to be for Food Fight from the Op Games.
This is a giveaway that is sponsored by the Op Games, so thank you so much to them for doing this. There's not a lot here, it's just we wanted to say thank you.
Just wanted to say thank you.
I would say this one's open to North America only.
Yes, because we are going to be shipping it ourselves.
Sorry to our non-North American friends.
We'll have something for you
We'll
coming
have
up
something
later.
for you in the future. Unfortunately,
Always
shipping is just a nightmare right now.
Yes, indeed.
As we've stated.
So this is a real-time game where you are having a food fight with your friends, and it is obviously themed around Mickey and Friends, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And this is like the new old school art of Mickey Mouse, and I just love it. We haven't played it yet, but we do have our own copy. We haven't been able to play it yet because it's a minimum 3 players, so just keep that in mind if you are hoping to win this game. So in order to enter this giveaway, Jeffrey, what would we like them to do?
So obviously you have to subscribe to our channel. Let's comment on your favorite Disney movie.
Yes. What's your favorite?
Aladdin.
I can't choose. Frozen. Frozen 2.
And that could be Pixar, that's fine.
Yes, I count those, of course.
You know, or like Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Star
Marvel.
Wars. Oh, boy. Do we have to include Marvel? Because everyone's going to pick Marvel now.
Whatever. Pick whatever your heart tells you to pick. We will leave this open for probably like a week-ish, and then we will choose a giveaway winner, and we will announce that in a future video. So that is the giveaway. Whoop, whoop.
Next up, we have a very big announcement that we're super excited to share. So we have a lot of plans for 2022 for the channel, content-related, personal goals, etc., etc. Part of that was diversifying what we were able to provide to our viewers. We are light to medium weight gamers. We play primarily a 2-player. That's our shtick. That's what we do. That's our comfort zone, and that's, you know, we cater to that kind of realm of board gamer. With that being said, we realized that there are other gamers in the space that play at higher player counts or play some deeper strategy games or some more complex games. Our friend Kyle has decided, or we have asked him.
He made the decision
we asked him to contribute to the channel once a month. It's going to be similar stuff. He's going to do his top 10 games and give you a little bit of information about what mechanics he likes and what games he likes so that you can get to know him better. And then moving forward, he's going to do some stuff around deeper games and some higher player count stuff. Games that we just don't get to table. Yeah,
and it's just, I think, going to be nice to have another voice on the channel as well. And obviously, Zach and Jason are still going to be here for board game weekends and things like that. It's just nice to kind of get more people involved.
Kyle's a very good friend of mine, and we're super honored that he was willing to do this. We hope to have stuff lined up by the end of January to get that ball rolling, and we'll see how he does. No pressure.
No pressure.
Don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up, Kyle.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. The only other thing channel related that I would like to say is something that you can look forward to at the beginning of January is we are going to be doing our top 50 games of all time. We have not made our list yet. We are very excited to make our list. We're waiting until the end of the year because we're going to be playing some more new games before the year ends. You can look forward to that the beginning of January.
We've never done one of these before.
We've never done a top 50. It's a lot. That is something to look forward to.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. So let's get into our resolutions. So the first resolution...
We might have some overlap.
We are definitely going to have some overlap. My first resolution for 2022 for board games is to play our shelves more. We can tend to be cult of the new gamers.
Yep.
Everything.
100%.
We're just constantly, getting new games and excited to try new games, but we have amazing games on our shelves that we maybe only played once this year, or we didn't play it all this year. And to me, that's not cool. So I want to play more, if not all, of our games that we have on our shelves. That is my first one.
I will jump on that because mine is somewhat similar. Mine is play more diverse games. So we have a tendency to grab, the quick, easy ones, the quick hitters, the silver bullets, the fantasy realm. I want to get more in tune with what Jamie's mentioning. Mine had less to do with just the games on the shelves, more so than just like mechanically and playing some bigger games that we don't get to, campaign games, etc. We've talked about scheduling stuff. I know that might sound weird and it's like, well, you should play games organically, but for how many games we play games organically all the time. So that's never a problem for us, but I think it would be beneficial if we scheduled certain nights to play specific types of games, like a campaign game night. I just think we have to get a little bit more structured with our plays.
So you just covered off two of my other resolutions, so I'll just scratch those off. One of them was a dedicated game schedule. I think maybe that's it. So you crossed off one of mine. But yes, having like a dedicated, one night where we play like a campaign game and just keep that every week so that we can be more committed to playing certain games.
And I don't want people to misinterpret this as like, oh, that sounds like work. It's not
just
work.
Providing structure.
It's just we work better in a structured environment, I think. And so it's just more beneficial for us to have that set up.
My second one is to start and finish from start to finish a full campaign game, which we did not.
Yes, we have.
Jaws of the Lion.
Yep.
But did we start it in 2021 or did we start it in 2020?
We started in 2021.
Okay, so we did that this year with Jaws of the Lion. But I would like to do that again. And we have many option to do that. That is definitely a goal, is to actually start and finish. We have a collection of campaign games that need to get played, and it can become
overwhelming.
Yeah, and it can become overwhelming when you have so many and you're like, I don't even know where to start now. So play a campaign game from start to finish.
I'm going to pivot that into my next point, which I think is beneficial to us being able to play these campaign games, and that is to finally get a board gaming table. So part of the reason why we have a tough time with campaign games is because, in my opinion, they need to be set up and left out. They're big, massive setup games. They take a lot to get to the table, and if we had a dedicated space that we could leave it out, we would play them more. We can't with animals. We just don't have the ability to cover those games. We are going to purchase a board gaming table. We are having someone locally build this for us by hopefully March, and then we will be able to leave these games set up. It'll make them much easier to play, and yeah, I think we'd be able to tackle the campaign games. Is that on your list?
Next one on my list is channel specific, and that is to do more collaboration videos with more channels. So this year we were lucky enough to do collab videos, not necessarily always on our channel, but we've done them with All You Can Board and Lobby of Hobbies and Table Knots and Board Dad, Billy and Michelle from Second Star to Left, Nerd Shelves, Thinker Themer even. We've been on their, not like collab so much, but contributing to their channel a little bit. So I'd love to do more of that and have more people actually on our side of that. So I'm looking forward to working with more content creators.
Yeah, and if you're watching, content creators,
and you want to collaborate,
ask. We are happy and willing to work with whoever is interested in and shares our mantra, I guess.
Yes, our mantra. No meanies or weenies.
Yeah, no meanies or weenies. If you buy into what we're trying to do, we would love to work with you. My next one, I think, is the biggest for me. It's not channel specific. It's somewhat channel specific because I think it'll provide me with more board game knowledge, but I want to experience new game mechanics. So stuff I haven't done. I want to give more of an open mind to negotiation and bidding games. I want to try some more real-time games. And one big one is coin games. I've recently purchased Cuba Libre, which is a GMT game, and I'm going to play that asynchronously with a friend. So I'm going to set it up. We're going to play it together. He's going to teach me it. I'm just excited to experience some stuff that I haven't had a chance to experience and that I might not inherently experience by playing with you.
My next one, my number 5, which is probably going to be the biggest challenge for me that I think I will fail, is to be a little bit less competitive.
I think we both do.
Be a little bit less competitive and just start to play some games just for fun. Not worry about who's winning or who's losing, which is a very difficult thing for both me and Jeff because we are inherently just very competitive people. But what that can lead to sometimes is if one of us is winning over and over and over again and the other person is losing, then they maybe want to stop because it's affecting the yearly stats and all of this stuff. And we'll talk about this more when we do.
We have a plan around
We have a plan around that. We'll talk about it more in our yearly wrap up, just to maybe start playing some games and not even thinking about winning or losing.
It's so inherently ingrained in our DNA that it's going to be tough, but I think we have a good plan to tackle it.
Hopefully.
Next one for me is I'd like to get more involved locally. Go play some games at, Jamie's brother's board gaming nights, which is tough because it's an hour away, but
in the summer.
Yeah, just getting more involved with the scene locally here because we've gotten involved with the scene internationally, and sometimes I think we lose touch with the local scene here. And, we go to the Boardroom Game Cafe and we play down there, but I think there's probably some other things we could do to help boost local stuff.
Yeah, I just have expand our gaming group and play with more people. Like even there's, people in the Discord that are from here, like Becca and Kyle, who, I'd like to go play games with at the Boardroom Game Cafe, or JP, or, there's a bunch of people that we already know in the space that live here that we can play with, and I think we just need to be better at doing that.
Yeah, I think our difficulty isn't that we don't want to play games with people, but we're not overly social creatures. So our outreach is probably what's lacking. Establishing actual plans and saying, hey, we're going to play games. Let's go to Boardroom Game Cafe and play games. I'm dealing with it right now. My boss wants to play games, and I have a colleague who wants to play games, and every week it's like, let's get this together, let's do this, and it never ends up happening. So just being more mindful of that and getting more involved.
Next one for me is I would like to get better at teaching games, like becoming more succinct in the way that I teach a game instead of being scattered. I feel like I'm getting better.
I would agree.
At it, but I definitely would like to get even better at it. So I would like to focus on teaching myself how to be a better teacher because I teach 95% of the games.
I think that's fair. I do think you sell yourself short on how good you are at teaching because it is not easy. I think it's honorable that you want to get better, but I just wanted to state that I think what you're doing currently is just fine.
And maybe I think for me, it's like I now know how to teach you and the way that you play, which is pretty much just a general overview and then letting you play. Yeah. But everybody learns differently. So maybe it's also then thinking about, well, how would I teach somebody if they learned this way? Or how would I teach somebody if they learned this way?
Yeah, especially if we're getting into
with more people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to get better at being less distracted during games, with my phone or whatever it may be. Now, that comes with a myriad of problems because there's mental reasons why I get distracted. What I need to get better at is to remove the phone. The phone needs to go away when I'm playing a game. It's one thing because sometimes I do have to stand up and just go for a quick little circle around the room just to disengage for a second. But my problem is that when I have the phone next to me, that disengagement becomes the phone and it becomes the disengagement constantly when it's not my turn. That's not fair to the people around the table. It's not fair to me because I'm not experiencing the game to the full capabilities that it's there for. I just need to stop doing that. This is actually something that I need to tackle even outside of board games. I'm just super distracted by my phone in multiple capacities of my life. Just need to tackle that a bit better.
When you just said run around the room, made me think of skip around the room. Skip around the room.
Yeah.
Skip around the room. Skip around the room. We won't? Okay, all right. Yeah, don't do that. You're going to break something.
It's from The Office. I would like to play more older games. Once again, just not like the Cult of the New and not necessarily just older games that we own, but like older games in general that we might have access to at the Boardroom Game Cafe or something like that. And also to, when we do play a new game, play it more than once, not just play it once and then like maybe 6 months later be like, oh, let's play that again. And then I have to completely relearn the game. I think we have a really bad habit of playing a game once and then moving on to the next thing and not touching it again for the whole whole year. So I think I'd like to get better at playing the new games that we play more than once.
It is tough though. That's very tough. Like to remember rule sets.
Oish,
Because
you gotta tell me.
I mean, you're learning hundreds of, like literally hundreds of games.
Yeah.
Like that's not easy, no matter how like often you play it. This one I think kind of goes without saying because we had such a great experience at PAX. I want to go to more cons. I can pretty much commit to the fact that unless the world goes crazy again, we will be going to PAX again.
Let's go crazy.
But I would like to experience some other stuff. We've been talking about going to Germany to go to
Essen.
Essen.
I don't think that will happen in 2022.
No, it's not going to happen next year. You know, I want to explore more conventions and see what they're about. As long as they are safe, following protocols and whatever, I think they will be on our radar. I really enjoyed experiencing that and seeing people that we've only met via social media. I just want to do more of that.
My very last one is kind of channel specific. I would like to try to do a live stream this year.
That's my last one.
Is it really? Yeah. We've never done it before. It will be a challenge because I know technology is always a challenge, but we do have a camera that allows for live streaming. So yeah, I'd love to try and do a live stream.
That's
just
on
to see how it is.
That's on my list as well. We've had some conversations lately about Twitch, how we would incorporate that into our channel. I think partly we might wait until Kyle gets up and rolling because it could be beneficial to have Kyle also involved in the live streaming if we're playing a game together or whatever. But yeah, I definitely want to tackle that. I think it'd be a nice
challenge.
A nice challenge.
So those are some of our 2022 board game resolutions. We would love to know if you have any resolutions yourself. Maybe we'll steal them if they're really good. That is all that we have for you guys today. Once again, don't forget to enter the giveaway. If you are in North America, put down your favorite Disney movie down below, and you can look forward to more exciting things coming in 2022. We still have some more videos in 2021, obviously.
I'm really pumped for our January.
I'm very excited for January.
We have some really good stuff coming out in January.
If you are interested in buying board games, the first place you should check is your friendly local gaming store. And for us here in Halifax, that is
Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yup, it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
Or not. But, and I kind of already did.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.